Of the lights on the pole.
We are going to lose the post office here. That's perfectly good. It's a waste of a post office. However, the landlord of our property, the Cannon McMillan School District, has told us that we have to vacate March 31, 2020 because they'd like to put a road through there. That's fine. This happens all the time. We definitely move for reasons that we're either evicted, the rent's too high, or the place is falling in. And our number one concern is our postal constituency. So as I start this meeting, let me just explain a little bit what happens with the Postal Service when we have to go into the field and talk to our postal constituents. So basically, when something like this happens and say our real estate department gets a letter from the school district saying we don't want to renew the lease, we're going to give you a fair amount of time to find a new place, then basically our real estate department hands off the request to our planning department. Our planning department then comes up with, our planning department comes up with about a 30-page plan. Sometimes it takes between 4 and 6 months, but they're very, very thorough. They try to consider all possibilities and options, even though maybe they haven't visited the township. But that's my job. Once they have the plan and they've ruled out different options and the different experts that we have working for us, we have really good staff working for us in the field, go through different scenarios, they come up with a plan that they think is feasible. Now this plan says that, okay, we'd like to find 900 square feet of retail. So far I haven't seen 900 square feet of retail in town that's available. So then what happens is we modify a plan sometimes to fit the need of the town. For example, we have a modular program. And there are many different things we can do with this modular program. It's actually pretty much a genius move because you can transport this modular on a 40-foot trailer, and they say it's 11 foot, half a foot wide, 11 and a half feet wide. And that's so we don't have to have a wide load trailer, a wide load vehicle in the front and the back. It just comes, we take it off with a crane after we've set up the site and everything. And in a case like this, we would probably do a double wide. So anyway, once it gets to implementation, I implement the plan. Our postal doctrine is that we must hold a community contact meeting. We solicit for sites. We ask you guys, do you have any ideas? Do you have any sites? Do you have anything that we haven't seen? And then people come up with some really good ideas and solutions, and we're offered properties, and we give everyone 30 days after the date of the meeting at least to write in, comment, give us sites that we can offer you. And we're here because we have a plan, we want to implement it, and we want to replace the post office. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not, but there's always a solution to be found. What we do is if something doesn't exist, sometimes we can make it happen, and we just need parties to come together and work together. The city just gave me a very good idea of what they could propose to a property owner to land swap something so we might be able to have the post office work. The city really doesn't want us to move. They want to help us stay in the general area. Now, I was here, oh gosh, maybe about a year ago, just to see what was going on, just to see what Muse was about. We also have a lot across the street that the fire department owns. We love to do leases with the volunteer fire departments. They're always looking for funds, and we're like an annuity. You can count on us every month, year upon year. And we did something similar in Fawn Grove, Pennsylvania, where we put a modular unit on the volunteer fire department parking lot, and it turned out absolutely wonderful. I do have a picture here of our modular program, and I'll show that to you later on as we progress in this meeting. But that would be a superb place. Not that other places wouldn't be, but this is one place that looks like we could make something work. The volunteer fire department just tells me they have to make sure that it's properly surveyed, which is fine. We expect that people who say they own a piece of property do, and it's very good when people verify everything. So, you know, by no means is this going to happen tomorrow, but we do have a year. We don't have to move out of there for a year. And if we had to stay there a little longer, suffice it to say that there are 3 post offices in the area, but, you know, when the time comes, we really hope that we have a solution. Now, let's just say in a perfect world, everything works very, very well. That lot seems to work out. We put this great double modular on it, put our parking needs there and everything. And then when you have, you know, your Saturday evening or weekends that you have overflow parking, by all means, use the lot. You know, we just take up as much as we need. We do put in a requisite amount of handicap spots, and then for a double, there are probably 10 spaces in addition. But the most important thing is that Muse retains its post office. That's our mission, that's our goal. Nothing is permanent until it's signed and we can get everything together. But this is where we start our community contact process. There are a lot of good people in communities who help us. We did a post office in Adamsville, Pennsylvania, and the property owner happened to be an architect who was very, very good at what he did, and he helped our architect, and we got a beautiful post office up there. The former one burnt down, and that's the worst of all scenarios, but I do appreciate the fact that we have 3 in this area, so somehow, some way, we'll make sure that your service is completely maintained. But we have a year, and I'm thinking that in a year, we should probably have a good result where we can close down one Friday evening and open up Monday morning. So, you know, I'll let you know why we're relocating this. By no means, you know, does the city want to lose the post office, but it's really the school district that thought that the land would be better served by having the school buses go through that portion of the road where the post office is located now. So we don't dwell on past problems, we create future solutions. Really, that's the way to go. So what's done is done, what's in the past is in the past. We're there for another year. And I think that being said, you know, we have our postmaster here in the back, and very happy to have him here. He can answer any operational questions. George, right?
Dan.
Huh?
Dan.
Dan. Oh, wait a second. That is
George is Cecil, the APO.
right. Okay, that's fine. Sorry about that, Dan.
All right.
You can be called worse than George. I've been called worse than David, you know?
I did. I carried on I've been called.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Well, okay, so I promise not to call you George anymore. And so I suppose at this particular point, I mean, you're probably bursting with questions, enthusiasm, or sadness that you're losing your post office. But whatever it is, I'm here to answer as many questions as I can. John Patouch is our customer relations manager, and he's here to answer maybe district questions, I think area questions. Dan, you could probably answer. So George is not here. Well, okay, Dan, you're it, man. And you're welcome to come up. You're part of the postal family. Bring your wife too. Yes, ma'am.
He's in Puerto Rico. George is.
Oh. I'm sorry, I missed the first 3 minutes of meeting. Can you tell me who you are?
My name's David Wolf. All right, let me give you a part. I am a real estate specialist with the Postal Service, and I am in the part of the real estate department called implementation. Once a plan is dispatched, it comes to me, and then I work with state and local government, sometimes DOT, Department of Transportation, whatever it takes to start a process going, and then I come into the community and I talk to everyone, and I'm basically here to answer questions. But the fact that I'm here means that you are getting a post office. We have a plan. If what's in the plan doesn't quite match what's out there, we modify the plan so it does. And it's a process like everything else, and I was explaining to everyone we have a year left on our lease, a year and a month. So I'm hoping that in a year and a month, we close down on Friday and open on Monday morning the new post office. Is that good?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
sir.
Have you communicated with the fire department?
Yes, I have. That's why